Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. I really can't even see if they're in this frame, but Bernie and Marie are out for the first time. Although Bernie has zoomed through the open door a couple times and stopped to eat grass, and then I brought her back in. But they're in their necklaces officially. They're going to frolic and run, and I thought I'd film them. I have a little area down there on a blanket. Here's Sly's grave. He was before the channel. Like, he was around before I had the channel. Anyhow, Marie's in there. Here's Bernadette. Bernie! Come here, sweetie. Say hello to the loungers. Here's my hand. I made it so my fingers are more, nimble. Today the hand hurt quite a bit this morning. But I think that's semi-normal. I cut it on Sunday, afternoon. She's going to go in there. I'm never going to see them again. When will I see you again? I have nothing to report. I'm working for the paper today. It's like a lose-lose situation, kind of. I don't know. Yeah. And Aunt Liz is still here. I'm taking her home tomorrow. Mother, there she goes. Mother came down to Ears Acres by herself last night as we were just fixing to leave. Well, what am I filming here? And I can't see anything. They're in there, though. Anyhow, let me pause. Oh, wait a minute. What do we have here? We have Mars. Yeah, Mother came down to Ears Acres. We were just fixing to leave. Dino and the younger of the two boys, Anthony, were there. And I got a little video of Anthony with the donkeys. At any rate, Mother just lives for going down there, and she lives for the donkeys and the mule, and she got to meet Dino. She hasn't met him yet. A lot of people are kind of wondering, who Dino is or whatever, what the deal is, because they might have missed some videos. Yeah, I've explained before, but I'll do it again. There's my blanket I'm sitting on. There's the cart that, that Joe pulled. It's all covered up. Yeah, years ago in 1990 something, I was married. I'm going to say I got Joe the pony in 93. I think he lived down at Ears Acres 3 years or something. I was, okay, I don't know, maybe longer, maybe 4 years. At any rate, there was a gentleman who came into the restaurant I worked at Mama Bear's. His name was Tony DiPaolo. And I don't even know how we got to talking. I can't remember the details that long ago. But basically, Joe the pony was kind of sleeping around at that point. He lived in a pasture with 2 other horses that from a lady from whom I got him, actually, Sharon May. She passed away a few years ago. And I'd known her since we were little kids. And I told her if she ever wants to sell Joe, let me know. And she did want to sell him, and so I got him. This was in 93. So he lived out in this pasture with a couple other her horses, and then she got a house in Hartstown. And that's when Joe was all alone at that pasture. Well, thank goodness a guy named Monroe. Oh my God, this is going to be a total saga. A gentleman named Monroe, you've heard me speak of him before. He's the one where flesh was touching flesh and all this jazz, and Mick used to tease me about it and whatever. He had a pony, it was a Mustang, I think, named Boomer. So he put him out there with Joe to keep him company, because equines need company, blah, blah, blah. Then Joe spent a little bit of time, before I got married, down at where Bob and Kathy Moss used to live. I don't know why. I kept him there for a little bit. I was taking care of their horse or something for them, and so Joe got to spend a few weeks there or something. So it was just moving him here, there, and everywhere. Well, finally a gentleman came into the restaurant. I'm just going to continue to film Mars, I guess. And we got to talking, and I don't remember the details, but he said, well, you can bring him out and keep him at my farm. And so I did. Well, then he ended up dying in 1998, very suddenly, tragically, and kind of a bizarre situation. He was on his way back to Pittsburgh, and he, I think had a heart attack or something, pulled over on the side of I-79, passed away. Well, Dino at the time was, I think, 28. I was 34, 35, something like that. And he didn't really know any of it. Like, another girl was keeping her horse there. He didn't know us at all, had never met us. I'd never met him. He didn't really come up here much. Blah, blah, blah. And so he thought it's best if we just found another place to keep them. He felt bad about it, but it all worked out because Ed and Joan Allen were right down the road. I've shown you their barn from videos from Ears Acres. I mean, right there. And at that point, I was, friendly with Joan, and she said, just bring them on down here, and we did. And then, of course, I got a divorce, and not because of this. And then got with Joel, and he got a pony named Eve, and blah, 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 blah. So we kept them down there. Joe lived 15 years down there, I think. From 98 till he died in March of 2013. So you can do the math. Yeah. So Dino felt bad about that over the years. In fact, then I got to kind of know him. I don't know him super well now, but there's the fish. It needs untangled. Let me go untangle it. Yeah, I got to know him like riding Joe by or driving him because Joe pulled that cart. And he's like, you can bring the horse back and the other one, because we had Eve then. Anytime you want, I'd be more than welcome. You'd be more than welcome to bring him back here. And they were already settled in. It was no big deal. And so we said, thanks, but no thanks. And, okay, I don't want to hit my hand. Oh, I hear the cats meowing. They must be up by the pool house. Oh, something's going on. What's going on, ladies? Are you trapped? Is there a bear back there? At any rate, life went on. And, Joe died, and then I got a little pony named Chickasaw Thunderhoof. I named her that, to keep Eve company. Let's go through this. Okay. Like the jungle. And then Joel and I just basically, oh my God, I always think that's a real goose. Joel and I just basically lost interest. We, weren't into them at all anymore. And so we ended up giving them away. So that's what we did. It was best for the animals to go to someone who was going, wow, this is all grown up. To go to somebody who was actually going to use them, work with them, give them attention. They were lovely ponies, and they really, deserved to have some companionship from humans. So we gave them away, and then the rest of the story you kind of know if you've been lounging for a little bit, where I was going to get that horse called Dancer, and Dino was kind of my last shot. I didn't realize he had donkeys down there. That's why I didn't call him first. Because I didn't want to bring Dancer to a pasture with no other horses. It wouldn't have made sense, because right now he lives alone. And equines need the companionship of preferably other equines, but like Joe lived with cows for a few years. Whatever. He was herd boss over them too. I'm in the woods. I hear the kitties, but I don't know where they are. So that's how this all began. And then I was all upset over the Dancer situation, like falling through, and I was crying, and Dino said, look, just keep looking. It's okay. You'll find something. Just leave everything here that you got. And then I decided, of course, that a mule was really what I wanted, because I always used to say, my next horse will be a mule. And then so we got Stanley, which I've still not done my secret mule, put it together. I'm really behind, ladies and gentlemen, with so many things I can't even begin to tell you. Oh, there's Marie. I found a cat. Right here, look. And there's another one right here. Oh, look, it's all blown up here. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, hon. Good girl. That's a good girl. Now you can come out more often if you act this way. Yes, you can, Lugie Dog. Oh, I hear birds and such. So that's the whole story of the Dino scene. Who he is or whatever, but his father, Tony, was the one who I really knew. He was, he knew about equines and horses and cows, and was kind of like I don't know, seemed sort of cowboyish, I guess you'd say. And they lived in Pittsburgh and then had this place, and same thing now. And I guess that's the whole story. That's how Ears Acres came about, which of course I named it that. I don't even know what it's called really. It used to be TJ Farms. It probably still is, but I just nicknamed it Ears Acres because, clearly The mule has long ears, and the donkeys have long ears, and they're called long ears, and so ears acres. Wow, what a saga. I can't believe 10 minutes of this. Okay, well, at least you got a tour of the lovely compound. Spencer and Blaine stacked all this. I got bitten because my ear's itchy. And there's Bernie. I'm so glad she's being a good girl, because sometimes she disappears. I'm going to sign off. I'm not even going... Well, I'll do my closing. Because I don't want her to... I'm going to whip them over back into the house. Here on Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Please drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. Bye.